Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Sluggers. I'm Anupam Mishra and I'll provide a more detailed introduction about myself as well as the channel towards the end of the session. Right now, let's get into error type 12 for the series 50 most essential grammatical errors for the XAT. Okay. See, guys, this is not a random list of 50 most essential errors, essential grammatical errors that we have created. There's a certain process that went behind it. And for those of you who want to understand what the process was, I've created a different video where I explain that in detail, and you can check that video out by clicking on the cue card here on the top. Okay. Okay. All right. Then let's. Okay, so let's start with your error number 12. This error is supposed to help us understand the difference of usage between the words for and since. Okay, so see, whenever you use the word since, you'll usually be making a reference to a certain point of time on the timeline in the past. Okay, so for example, if I say that I've been reading books since the year 2005, that means I'm since the year 2005, right? That means my reference is to a particular point of time in the past, which is 2005. Okay, it's not, and then like from the sentence, from the expression, a person who's on the listener side can infer the duration. So the duration is not directly communicated. You basically communicate a reference point, okay, in the timeline in the past. So that's when you use since. In case of for, however, you directly communicate the duration. Okay, so you can say that I've been reading books for the last 16 years. Okay, so in this case it will be the like for will usually talk about the duration. Okay, so that's the difference of usage between these two words. So let's look at the sentences now. The first sentence says the Johnsons and their close relatives have lived in this hamlet since a century. Okay, so now it does not make sense because after since you have the words a century, and a century is not a point reference. Okay, it is not a point reference on the timeline. It's basically it seems like a duration, right? It's a duration. So that's why you cannot use since here. The usage of since here will be incorrect. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. It says the Johnsons and their close relatives have lived in this hamlet for more than a century. Or you could also have said that for a century, right? So the meaning conveyed will be different, but we are just checking the syntax here. So the syntax definitely makes sense here, because in case of for, you can in fact use a duration, right? For is used for durations, and this is definitely a duration. So the usage of for here totally makes sense. So for sentence A is incorrect, sentence B is correct here. Okay. Now here's an example that you guys can try for yourself. It says Holmes has been regularly playing the violin since 30 years now. Okay. Let me know if you think this sentence is correct, or if not, what should be the correct version of the sentence. Type your answer in the comment section. Finally, guys, my quick introduction. I'm Anupam Mishra and I'm Lucknow alumnus. I have worked in the past with organizations such as Hotstar, UNICEF, Apollo TAS, IMS, etc. I've also worked with an academy as an educator in the past, recognized by their Johnny Ive Award. And I was regarded as one of the top VRC educators that they had. These are my CAT credentials, and Sluggers is basically my endeavor to plug in all the crucial gaps that I believe there are in the test prep industry, starting with the CAT exam. Okay, now, yeah, so that's about me. Do move on to the next error. Okay.